Hello, I'm Daniel Dutton from dsdweb.co.uk, and in this video I will be answering several of the questions I'm frequently asked about the care certificate. If you feel at any point that this video has been useful to you, please click the thumbs up button to like it, and you can make me even more delighted by subscribing to my channel. So without further preamble, let's crack on with the Q&A. So what exactly is the care certificate? The care certificate is a set of 15 standards that describe the knowledge, skills and understanding that all care workers new to the role should possess. What are the 15 standards of the care certificate? They are: number 1, understand your role; 2, your personal development; 3, duty of care; 4, equality and diversity; 5, work in a person-centred way; 6, communication; 7, privacy and dignity; 8, fluids and nutrition; 9, awareness of mental health, dementia and learning disabilities; 10, safeguarding adults; 11, safeguarding children; 12, basic life support; 13, health and safety; 14, handling information; 15, infection prevention and control. What are the origins of the care certificate? Well, back in 2013 the Francis report was published, and this was a public inquiry into serious failings at the Mid Staffordshire NHS Foundation Trust. The report had almost 300 recommendations for improvements in the health and social care sector. As a result of this, later that year the Cavendish report was published. This was entitled An Independent Review into Healthcare Assistants and Support Workers in the NHS and Social Care Settings. One of the proposals from this report was the development of a certificate of fundamental care. This recommendation was taken up by the government, and so the care certificate was developed by Skills for Care, Skills for Health and Health Education England. Is the care certificate a legal or regulatory requirement? Although the care certificate is not directly referenced in any legislation, the Care Quality Commission do reference it in their regulation guidance. Section 18.2a of the guidance for Regulation 18 states that it is expected that providers that employ healthcare assistants and social care support workers should follow the care certificate standards to make sure new staff are supported, skilled and assessed as competent to carry out their roles. And Section 19.1b of Regulation 19 states that it is expected that providers that employ healthcare assistants and social care support workers should follow the care certificate standards to assess their competence. How is the care certificate assessed? Care certificate assessment involves both knowledge and skill-based criteria. Methods of assessing the care certificate can include using the care certificate workbooks, observations, discussion, group exercises, simulation, naturally occurring evidence generated as part of the individual's day-to-day work, and computer-based assessment and e-learning. Who can assess the care certificate? The care certificate can be assessed by anyone that an employer deems to be occupationally competent in the standard that they are assessing. They do not need to have a formal training qualification. So is the care certificate a qualification? It's not an accredited qualification, but if it is assessed by a qualified assessor, the assessments can count towards other qualifications. If the care certificate is not assessed by a qualified assessor, then the evidence collected may still be put forward to be assessed in other qualifications, such as a level 2 or 3 diploma / NVQ in care. What is the care certificate equivalent to? Well, because the care certificate is not an accredited qualification, it does not have an equivalency. However, many of the criteria are the same or very similar to those of the level 2 or level 3 diplomas / NVQs. Requirements of the care certificate are linked to national occupational standards. So do I still have to do the care certificate if I have a health and social care diploma or NVQ? This will depend on your employer and their policy on induction and training. However, very often the assessment criteria for an NVQ can be mapped to the care certificate. Your employer will need to satisfy themselves that you are competent in all of the care certificate standards and may require you to go through the care certificate self-assessment tool to identify any gaps in your knowledge. So do you have to redo the care certificate if you change employers? Again, this will depend on your employer. Some employers may not be confident that the previous employer has assessed the care certificate to the same standards that they would, and they may request that the work's repeated or that you self-assess. Because the care certificate is not standardised, centralised or uses qualified assessors, the quality of assessment can vary. Can you fail the care certificate? You cannot fail the care certificate as such. If you do not meet all of the assessment criteria, then you may be required to undertake additional training or gather additional evidence and be reassessed at a later date. How long does it take to complete the care certificate? Skills for Care say that the average amount of time to complete the care certificate is 12 weeks. However, this could be more or less depending on the experience and training needs of the individual. One question I'm very often asked is, can I do the care certificate online? You can only complete some of the care certificate online, which is usually the knowledge-based assessment criteria. The skill-based criteria will need to be assessed using other methods such as observations. Are care certificates free? Well, the cost to the employer for the care certificate will include all the costs associated with induction, training and assessment of the employee. The care certificate itself can be downloaded from the Skills for Care website by anyone for free. Where can I get help with the care certificate? Your employer should provide you with the training that you need in order to achieve the assessment criteria for the care certificate. In addition, DSD Web provides free study guides for all 15 standards of the care certificate, as well as example answers for the care certificate workbooks to help you understand the questions and write the answers in relation to your own job role. I'll put a link to these in the description below. DSD Web also provide free study guides for the levels 2 to 5 diplomas / NVQs in care. Thanks for listening, and I hope this has been helpful. If you have any further questions, please pop them in the comments section below and I will do my best to answer. Also, if I've made any mistakes or you wish to provide feedback about how I could improve this video, please let me know. Bye for now.